Right, thank you everyone for turning up and making this remembrance to remember. We've had quite a lot of dogs in Manchester today and a lot of people coming across us and asking what happens to these dogs in the future, and what happens while they're racing, what happens when they're not racing. You know, these dogs don't all get a loving home at the end of their career. These dogs don't all get a loving home in the career. You know, most of these dogs are seen as nothing but a commodity for people to make a lot of money out of. And believe me, they do make a lot of money out of these dogs. There's a lot of syndicates that these dogs have, so each dog could have, they could have 40 owners, you know, all pitching in a bit of money each. And even though they have all these owners, they still end up on the scrap heap at the end of the career. One of the biggest syndicates is the Champagne Club, and as you can tell by the name of it, it's got quite a bit of money. And even a £50,000 winner ended up being put in the hands of abusers, starved near enough to death. And this is what we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Most rescues are full to the brim with greyhounds. About 25,000 are being bred every year. About 16,000 are being registered to race. Where are the puppies going? We'll never know. You know, the RGT, which is the rehoming centre of the whole of the industry, they only rehome 5,000 maximum. You know, that's only a fifth of how many are bred. So, you know, then it's not really working. All these changes, all these things they put in place to protect these dogs still isn't working. Dogs have been destroyed for as little as a broken toe. Dogs have been found with the ears hacked off on the side of the roads, left to die. Some dogs, one especially that we'll all remember, especially today, would be Rusty, whose racing name unfortunately was Last Hope, which goes into what happened to it. And basically he broke his toe on the track, and then he was paid, executioner was paid £10 to destroy him. He took him to the hills of Wales, stuck a bolt gun to his head, blasted it. The dog never survived. His ears were hacked off, so all his racing identities were hidden, and then the dog was left on that hill, whimpering in pain. Now the racing industry will tell you that if the dogs didn't like it, they wouldn't wag their tails. Well, I'll tell you something. Rusty had a hole in his head. He had his ears hacked off. He was in a puddle of blood. Yeah, he still wagged his tail when he was found. These dogs look up to us as saints, and all we do, not all of us, but all us humans do, is use and abuse them for financial gain. For the likes of Bethred over there, who don't give any worth of these dogs. These dogs are literally nothing. You know, a trainer will pay £5 for these dogs and won't put £200 into the retirement. You know, it can cost up to £1,000 to rehome these dogs. Yet a good trainer will give £200. Most of them will just dump them at a rescue or a kill shelters. There's parts of Ireland that have 100% kill rate with greyhounds. So these dogs are coming into the centres and they are destined to die. And these are centres, this is not fair. These dogs are literally raced to death. And even though our group is a very young group, we'll make sure virtually everyone in the Northwest will see all about it. As our next effort will be a lot of buses around Manchester to carry our signs. Greyhounds race to death. And we'll make sure these dogs won't get exploited. And we'll make sure this industry won't get to 100 years old. It's 88 years old now, and I can guarantee it'll be shut down in this country before that. I just think everyone's amazing. Thank you.